Hero Time! Welcome to the Hero Time podcast. I'm your host Dylan, and I'm here with
Mario.
Hey Mario, how you doing today?
Pretty good. It's a good day today.
Okay,
We are on episode 77, I believe.
Yeah, Hero Time podcast episode 77. So I have something kind of shameful. I think Mario's been mad at me for a while. So I haven't seen either Thor Ragnarok, but I mean it makes sense. I haven't seen. He's been getting on me for not seeing Justice League. It hasn't come out yet. Why are you bragging about? Why?
I'm bragging because I seen an advanced screening of it, and it was okay. It was all right. It was a good intro to the Justice League and their characters. Loved the characters, but the plot and CGI was a bit. It wasn't that good.
So he's gonna make sure that he doesn't spoil the movie for me. He's got to be very careful because I still do want to see the movie, but I haven't seen it yet. He's got to be careful. But yeah, he liked it. You liked it, I guess, for the most part.
I did like it.
Was it as good as the Avengers?
Hell no, it was not as good as the Avengers.
All right. So we're not gonna talk too much about movies. Like I'm behind on the superhero movies. Do you have anything else to say about superhero movies right now?
Man, Dylan, you shouldn't even be on this podcast.
I know.
Have not even seen any superhero movies at all.
It's a shame. It's a shameful situation to be in.
It is a shame, man.
But
I should be leading this.
Yeah, you should be in charge. But I mean, I'm busy. I'm busy. Okay, I don't have infinite time to go see superhero movies. I'll go see them when I finally get some time. Okay. All right. So we're gonna go on to talking about superhero cartoons. When I was a kid, we would talk about like
Saturday mornings watching every superhero TV show.
Did you watch Kids WB or did you watch, what was it, Fox Kids?
I believe.
Or was it 4Kids?
For me, it was mainly WB, Kids WB.
Kids WB, that's right. Pound it.
Oh yeah.
Kids WB was where I lived Saturday mornings up until it went downhill down the toilet. I remember the year it went down the toilet.
What year?
I think it was 2000. It was either 2008 or 2009.
Yeah, it was 2008 probably.
2008, because I remember I was just finishing up middle school, and I was in that phase where I was like I slept in on weekends.
No, it was 2009. It was 2009 because I remember there was one last good show that was on
Spectacular
WB.
Spider-Man.
That was it. That was the last one.
Good show, because I remember on my 14th birthday they premiered Spectacular Spider-Man. And I was making fun of the theme song because I was like, I remember they would.
Yeah, that was such a good theme song, was it not?
It was good, but I was a goof and I was making fun. I was like, like that. I was making fun of it. I remember on my 14th birthday I was doing that. Because I remember that was the last good show that came out, and they changed. I don't know if that was a global change, so somebody international audience or national audience changed it.
No, the reason why it was canceled was because Disney bought Marvel that year.
I know why. We're gonna have to talk about that because I remember I was furious because I remember that's why I can't. That's why I'm mad at Drake Bell. You're gonna have to come on this podcast and fight me, Drake Bell. Because he went over and changed. He's now the voice of Spider-Man.
That Ultimate Spider-Man show, that show is a joke. That show is horrible.
It's an abomination.
It is.
But I remember that was the last good show on Kids WB. But that was after it changed from Kids WB to CW for kids. Right?
I don't remember. After they canceled Spectacular Spider-Man, I cried. I cried myself to sleep.
Yeah, once they canceled Spectacular Spider-Man, there was no good shows anymore. And then a few years later, probably
that was like the last show that was good. That was the only show.
You realize Saturday morning cartoons don't exist anymore.
Yeah.
They got rid of it. Now if you go on Saturday morning and check all the channels, it's just like nature shows and whatnot.
Man,
they got rid of them.
It's sad.
So did you watch X-Men Evolution?
Hell yeah, that was a good show.
That was a good show. I like that one.
Did you watch Wolverine in the X-Men?
No, I don't think that was. I don't know. Maybe it was on a different channel, but I didn't even know about that until I saw it on like the shelf on a movie theater, on a shelf of the movie store.
I think it was on. I premiered on like Teen Nick.
No, I didn't have cable.
It was on.
I never had cable.
It wasn't on Teen Nick. It was on something. I don't remember what it was, but it was a good show.
It was probably. I remember Cartoon Network. For up until like Disney bought out Marvel, everything was on Cartoon Network, which is.
Man, that
on Disney.
That merger pissed me off so bad. Imagine if we got Spectacular Spider-Man season 3, man.
Dude.
Spectacular Spider-Man was an amazing show.
Spectacular Spider-Man.
It was well written. It was well voiced.
It was really well done.
It was well done, man.
It had the best. I think he has. What was it, Josh something? I can't remember the guy's last name. the curse of being a voice actor. Nobody ever knows your actual name. But the voice of Spectacular Spider-Man, he was the best performance. I feel like the character designs were a little weird.
You know, he actually the guy who voiced Spectacular Spider-Man, he voiced a character on Young Justice.
Yep, he voices the Black Spider.
Yeah.
I remember that. I was like, oh.
Did you hear that they're gonna finally make a season 3 of Young Justice?
Guess what's gonna happen? They're gonna put it on a DC exclusive streaming service.
Are you kidding me?
Yeah.
Just like Disney's doing with their shows, dude. That's so stupid,
It's not
man.
gonna be on TV. You're not gonna get on Netflix. Can't get on Hulu. Can't buy it on Amazon. You're gonna have to buy a subscription to the DC exclusive streaming service. That's why they took the Batman off of Netflix, by the way, because they're putting all of their cartoons on the DC exclusive streaming service. They're also making a Teen Titans series, which I am very skeptical of.
Like the live action Teen Titans one, yeah.
No, they're making a movie and then they're making a TV show, like a cartoon. I think that's how it works. Maybe I'm wrong.
No, that's just the TV show, the live action TV show.
There's not a movie coming out. I heard there was a Teen Titans movie coming out.
No, it's just
then it's the live action TV show.
You know that crappy TV show.
Teen Titans Go.
That's the one. They're making a movie out of that one. Yeah.
I think that's kind of like a tender spot for me because like Teen Titans, even though it was
Teen Titans was a good show, man.
See, it was so good. I mean, it still is. It's still really good.
Do you remember that Tokyo where they go to Tokyo?
Movie? Yeah. Here's a story. Like when I was a kid, they only aired the first 2 seasons on Kids WB. The rest of it was on Cartoon Network, which I never had access to. But when I was a kid, I went to the library and like took out the DVDs, which was pretty dope that my library had those, and that's how I was able to watch it. But it was my that's still probably my favorite superhero show ever.
Oh yeah,
it's really good, and it's really sad. I don't know. See, the thing is, I wouldn't have a problem with Teen Titans Go because I mean, it's not. I understand why they did it. They decided they were like, people know these characters, and we'll make more money because little kids are the people watching actual broadcast television nowadays. Those are the people. Those are like teenagers mostly watch stuff online, and adults mostly watch stuff online. So, making stuff for little kids is most profitable. And so they made it like kind of goofy and like for little kids and bright colors and random stuff, LOL XD kind of stuff. But I feel like a bad person for saying this, but I really wish they wouldn't have brought back the entire voice cast for the original Teen Titans.
Did they?
Yeah, they brought the entire. Well, I'm sure there's like random villains, but like the entire core voice cast, all 5 characters. All the 5 Titans all have the exact same voice actors.
14 Titans Go.
Yeah.
Wow, that's a sin right there. That's a crime.
It feels like I wouldn't have that big of an issue. Like they changed the designs, they changed up everything, and if they would have just been like, these are different characters, these are different, like give them different voice actors, I think it would have been like a softer blow. Because like every time I see that on TV, it's just like, oh, the same voice is saying "lol waffles" and shaking their butt. As the character who like gave a very emotional monologue about being accepted as a human being or whatever. Like they dealt with serious stuff on the original Teen Titans. I guess maybe it's sad. That's all I'm gonna say.
All right, man. I got a question for you, and this is the question that we've asked a few random civilians out there.
So wait, should we go ask them first, or do you want to ask me first?
I'm gonna ask you first.
Okay. Okay. You go ahead.
All right. If you could be a superhero, who would you be?
If I could be a superhero, who would I be?
Or which superhero do you relate to the most?
No, yeah. Which one do I relate to most? That would be Batman. So relate to most? I'm trying to decide. It'd probably be Batman or Iron Man. No, wait. Never mind. Static Shock, dude. Static Shock's the man. I'll relate to him because electricity. I don't know. I feel like part of this is like Static Shock made me. So like when I was a kid, I think I was like electricity became my like element. Like whenever we were playing in the playground, I was like, "What superpowers do you want to have, Dylan?" I'd be like, "Electricity," because I want to be like Static Shock. So it's always been my element. It's like, dude, I associate with electricity, so I associate with that. And he builds his own gadgets.
Interesting. All right. Now, if a superhero movie was made about you, who would you cast to play you?
Now, it's difficult because I don't think there's a lot of actors in Hollywood that look like me. And to be fair, you know, if somebody else looked like me, they probably wouldn't be an actor in Hollywood. So I'd probably pick. I mean, like, I'd either pick like a young Rock, Dwayne the Rock Johnson, because I think people tell me that I look like the Rock, but it's hard because I don't know. I think like he has to have hair to look like me because I have hair.
The Rock's gonna have to wear a wig, man.
Yeah, I guess he'll wear a wig.
What would have to happen to you for you to become a superhero?
Well, let's see. Who says I'm not already? Let's see. Well, I mean, it's difficult because when I was a little kid, I was like, oh, I want to go be a superhero because I was watching Batman and whatnot. I was like, he didn't have no powers. Why don't I go out and do it anyways? I mean, like, real talk. I would go out and just like when I was like a teenager, when I was a little kid in high school and like middle school, I would have just gone out. I went out and like. I remember I went out and I just was like trying to be a superhero. I wore a cape and everything. I was just like running around town, like looking for somebody to beat up for being a villain. It was like there's nobody doing our crimes. So like I'd have to live in like a crime-filled area. Because I think I'm the type of person, like, if I just lived in a crime-filled area, I'd just be a superhero. So what superhero do you relate to most?
I want to say Logan.
The Wolverine?
The Wolverine, yes.
Why do you relate to the Wolverine?
Because he just wants to be in peace. He doesn't want to fight.
Mm-hmm.
As we've seen in the movie. Did you see Logan? Please tell me you've seen Logan.
I haven't seen it yet.
Oh my gosh. You do know what happens in that movie, right?
No, I don't, so don't tell me. But like I get the gist, like he just kind of wants to chill out and everybody's like, ah.
Yeah, you just
but do you relate to his like his rage? Like if somebody gets on your nerves, you just can't stop.
Not that, but like that's cool that he does that, like his berserker mode and all that. But I feel like I relate to him, but like not at his level where he like lost everything, you know?
Yeah.
Like there's so much loss to him.
So you're mostly like, oh man, I just kind of want to be left alone, but everybody else, goofballs, trying to drag me into something crazy. Okay.
But the weird part is I'm a goofball myself, so I'm not sure.
Okay. Well, I think I get what you're coming from. All right, and let's go on to the next question. So, if you were to have what actor would play you in a superhero movie? If you were a superhero, if like it was about your life as a superhero.
Probably a young, like 20-year-old, 25-year-old Antonio Banderas.
Antonio Banderas?
Yeah.
The last question here. So what would have to happen in your life for you to become a superhero?
Probably something inside of me would have to snap, like mentally. Probably like.
You have to go crazy?
Probably.
Okay. All right. Well, then that moves us on to. So we ask these questions to. We're going to go ask these questions actually to our random people on the street.
All right. We are here on Hero Time Podcast, and I'm here with Hannah. And the first question is, which superhero do you relate to the most?
I relate to Hulk the most, I guess.
Because he's super powerful and super strong. Makes sense. Who would you cast to play you in a superhero movie?
I would cast Taraji P. Henson because she's funny.
She is funny. She's a really good actress. And for the final question, what would have to happen to you in your life to motivate you to become a superhero?
I don't know, someone messing with my family, I guess. Yeah.
All right, thank you for your time. All right, we are here continuing our interviews on Hero Time Podcast. And I'm here with Ian. First question, which superhero do you relate to the most?
Spawn.
Oh, yeah, okay, all right. The villain was portrayed by John Leguizamo, right?
In the movie, yeah.
Yeah, okay. Why?
I don't know. Just always liked him. Something real badass about him that stood out.
Sounds sexy. Who would you cast to play you in a superhero movie?
I'll get back to that.
Hey, I'll get back to it. All right, next question. What would have to happen in your life to motivate you to become a superhero?
That's a good one. Good question. Just existing in general, I guess.
Existing in general. Good answer. Good answer. All right. Thank you so much for your time. Hi, we are here with Tremaine, and he's going to answer some questions for us on Hero Podcast News. First question. Which superhero do you relate to the most?
I don't relate to any superhero. I like villains, and so the villain that I relate to the most is Victor Von Doom.
Victor Von Doom, aka Doctor Doom, one of the most powerful Marvel villains in comic books. It's a very good choice. Who would you want to play you? Who would you cast to play you in a superhero movie?
Who would I cast to play me?
Yes.
I think I would cast myself, to be honest, because nobody knows who I am. So that's an opportunity for me to get out there for myself. But if I had to choose somebody, obviously they would have to resemble my good looks and my sexiness. So I think I would have to maybe cast Michael B. Jordan to play me. He's close enough.
All right, that's a very good answer. I like that answer a lot. Final question. What would have to happen in your life to motivate you to become this villain or hero?
Man, my kids, my family mean the most to me, so if something ever happened to them, then that would probably motivate me to become the new Dr. Doom.
So what do you guys think of all those questions we asked to those people on the street?
I thought they were pretty good. That one guy that we interviewed, that really big dude with the beard, he gave a very good answer. He said
What was
that
his name? I forget.
Jermaine.
Tremaine. Yeah, I remember him. He was cool.
Dude, he gave a good answer, man.
That was pretty sweet answer.
Dude,
actually. He was real on it. He was just like,
Yeah.
I'm not a superhero. I'm a supervillain, baby.
Yeah, exactly. And he was
he
like,
was just really real about it.
He was, and he gave a good casting choice. He gave Michael B. Jordan.
Mm-hmm.
A good actor, man. Good actor.
Yeah, Michael B. Jordan's a good actor. Shame he was in that terrible Fantastic Four movie.
He beat me to it, man. That movie was horrible.
I know he needs.
That was the first superhero movie that I walked out of.
Oh, yeah, I was like, you should. I've never walked out of a movie actually, because I paid for it already.
Well, I went to go see Fantastic Four at the Dollar Show, so like.
Okay.
So, it was like the last 5 minutes. I was like, all right, I'm done. I walked out.
My friend, my cousin, snuck into Suicide Squad.
Yeah.
And he still wanted his money back.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh man.
Yeah, that was really cool. I think he was my favorite answer, honestly. So that kind of like wraps everything up. That's everything we have today with the Hero Time podcast.
Thank you for joining us for episode 77. We'll see you next time on episode 78.
Yeah, 78. What's going on for the next podcast?
Super villains.
We're talking about supervillains. All right. I've been Dylan, and
I'm Mario. Super Mario.
It just came up with that 77 episodes in, and he just said that right there. All right. Thanks for watching this episode of the podcast or listening.
Thank you for listening.
All right. We'll see you guys next time. Heroes.
Peace.
Heroes out.